I'm going to react to storybooth, and I love stories. I really love stories. So I don't think these are real. Like I lost my hair. My life experience will be plastic. A lot of things are real, but okay. I will be. Don't judge because I'm a god. Let's see this. Which let's watch.
I am a goth, and being a goth is pretty hard. I get so many remarks every day, like, "Hey, Wednesday Addams, where's your brother?" Or, "Hey, Morticia, where's Gomez?" Or, "Hey, Halloween ended." I remember two incidences that really got underneath my skin.
What is that?
So the first instance was back last winter, and I was walking to Walgreens, and I approached the parking lot, and this little boy is just staring at me, like, pretty awkward and pretty uncomfortable, so I decided just to smile and wave, you know. He, like, whirled his head around and looked up to his mom and goes, Mommy, that girl looks dead. Should we help her? Should we help her?"
What does
And at first the mom was just kind of confused, and then she turned to me and just let out this giant dramatic gasp and then covered her child's eyes and goes, "Honey, don't look, she'll curse you." And then she just glared at me and started calling me a witch. And so I just ignored her, and I'm like, "Okay, crazy lady, I'm just gotta go get my cough drops and I'll be done with her."
Okay,
and then when I came back out, she was still there. She was still chanting witch underneath her breath. And then I noticed that she had the charmed necklace around her neck, and I just kind of chuckled. She's like, "What's so funny?" And I'm like, "Well, you're calling me a witch when you have the Wiccan symbol around your neck, and you know the word witch comes from Wicca, which I am not. So yeah, don't be so judgy and don't shield your son from this. Like, it's a horrible thing, you know." I just kind of left her there with like her jaw hitting the floor. The second instance really bothered me. I was ringing up my stuff at the self-checkout, and this guy is just staring at me. And I could tell that he was very religious, so I got my receipt, I got my change, my items, and I left. He follows me, grabs me by my shoulders, whirls me around, and goes, "Child, there's more to this life than worshipping the devil. Please, don't shroud yourself in darkness." I mean, the guy acted like I was going to be forever cursed in the pit of hell, but I just kind of snapped. And I was like, you know what, it's Bible thumpers like you that depict gods as satanic and evil, okay? I'm not sacrificing children. I'm not slitting people's throats. I'm not drinking goat's blood and running naked in the woods, okay? It's a fashion choice, not a religious thing. Can you please pull your head out of your butt and realize that? And FYI, sir, I grew up in a Christian household and I live behind two churches, alright? So don't tell me I'm satanic before you get to know me. So, there. And then I left. And the look on the guy's face, I will never forget it. It was a mixture of like, holy crunchies, right? And oh my lord, what did I just do? You know, so what? I'm goth. It's just my decision what I wear and how I look like. I'm me, and I wouldn't want to be anyone else but me.
It's because that's a little story. That's kind of realistic. Oh, what is this? What is this? Storybook. Okay,
So when I was younger, all my cousins would come over to my house and hang out with my sister and I. The parents would go to work and the kids would look after each other. #immigrant hustle. Now, one day shortly after our parents left, we were in the middle of playing video games when the house phone rang. Yeah, a house phone. It's like a cell phone, but attached to your house. Oh, God, I'm showing my age. So my older cousin answered it. "Hello? Hello?" No answer. Weird, but whatever. So we continued playing video games. And so the phone rang again. This time another cousin answered. Same thing. No answer. Now, at this point, we could have made a rational conclusion, such as, maybe it's the wrong number, or bad connection, a telemarketer, whatever. But that's not what kids do. Instead, we concluded that someone was definitely trying to murder us, and we should come up with a master plan to stop it. Come to think of it, this might have been around the holidays, and we may or may not have been watching Home Alone, but I swear to God, that doesn't have anything to do with it. So it began. We decided we were going to document whenever we would receive calls. I mean, all the details, the date, the time, everything. Now, we noticed a pattern in the calls that happened every single day. And by pattern, I mean, we made this conclusion on day 2. What? Okay, listen, patterns can be 2 days. But either way, this became our new obsession. On day 3, we received more calls than usual. It was definitely a sign. So we began to brainstorm. Is it a robber? A spirit? A demon? The possibilities were endless. Something just didn't feel right. Our brainstorm was interrupted by one of my cousins when they said, "Hey, did you hear that?" Now, I definitely did not, but nonetheless I replied, "Yes, oh my God, what was that?" I don't want to be the first to die by denying the presence of the demon. I mean, maybe something was in our house. It was time to take action. We gathered all of the utensils in the drawers and headed straight to the master bedroom. The plan was simple. Lock ourselves in the room as a group and create a safe haven. Duh. I don't know why people in horror movies always split up. Is this your first day? But before locking ourselves in the room, we strategically placed 3 toys on the floor, spaced out perfectly. Hours went by with us locked in that room, pacing, stressing, sweating, and terrified of the phone ringing. But eventually our hunger got the best of us and we were in desperate need of Oreos. So we decided to slowly and carefully make our way to the kitchen. After what seems like a lifetime, we finally make it to the kitchen and let out a huge sigh of relief. We're fine. We're just acting ridiculous. Until one of my cousins says, "One of the pigs fell." We freeze. Together, we slowly look over at where we placed the line of piggies and notice that one had taken a tumble. How? Who could have possibly knocked it over? Or rather, what? We freak out. Now at this point, it's survival mode. It's either us or the demon, and we decide we need to stand our ground. We open every door within the house, each holding the biggest utensil we could find and screaming. Door, open, jab, fork, scream, repeat. Door, open, jab, fork, repeat. But we found nothing. A couple hours later, our parents came home and everyone left. Since that day, we never received a call. We never felt anything suspicious. I mean, obviously, which demon wants to mess with a bunch of kids holding some forks?
You can hold anything. Anything I say.
All the way short because the dog chases all the way to him.
What is this?
When I was in 4th grade, I really wanted to get a pet that wasn't a fish. So we went to the pet store and got a Chinese dwarf hamster, and we named her Pickles. Now, I was really excited because this is my first actual pet, and Pickles was actually really calm. So I would spend days with her just sitting on the couch and just having fun. She didn't really run on the wheel, but I was fine with that. She was so sweet and I loved her so much. She was like my best friend. Every day I would just spend with her. Just took her everywhere.
That's not real.
One day, she bit me for the first time, and I was kind of surprised. So I put her in her cage, and I waited for her to calm down. Now, that day was the first day she ran on the wheel, and I was really excited, and I was so surprised, and I was like, "Oh, you bit me, but that's okay. You're gonna run on the wheel. You're great." So I went to bed, and when I woke up, my mom called me from downstairs, and she said, "Bella, I think your hamster's dead." I was shocked.
What?
I didn't know what was happening, so I ran downstairs and I saw her. She wasn't dead. She was just having trouble breathing. We think that she fell on her back when she was climbing up the cage walls because she was really rowdy that night. I picked her up and I held her in my hand and just kind of breathed when she breathed. We just kind of breathed simultaneously. We did that for a couple minutes, and then she just stopped breathing.
Wait. Okay. But that's so cute. She's so cute. I feel bad. It's in a video.
I was just kind of shocked and like paralyzed, didn't know what to do.
Okay.
I put her back in the cage and I just said, Mom, Pickles is dead. And then that's when it hit me and I just started bawling. It was bad. I laid down on the floor and just cried. So I went to school. Everyone tried to cheer me up, but it just like, it didn't work. And I just cried. My friends, we had a funeral. They all wrote notes for her. I had her in a box. I read the notes that everyone wrote, and then we buried her. I was really upset. It was really sad for me. Then, it's not like we were replacing her, but we got a new hamster named Buttercup. But even after like 3 or 4 years, I still miss her.
Is Buttercup says questions. Is Buttercup still even alive? Is he even alive? I was like, I don't need anything like that. Okay, I get a little bored watching those stories, right? So I'm gonna watch a
Good day, everyone, and welcome to today's video here with Miss Rosanna Pansy.
Rosanna.
Hello.
Oh, Rosanna. She makes the
guys,
best cake.
Today I thought it would be fun if we
That
did
is
a little
the
bit of
This is my little
baking.
sister. No, never mind.
I'm in. If you don't know, Rosanna has a whole channel where she's baked tons and thousands
yes.
of different nerdy little nutties. So I haven't really baked that much. So I'm very much an amateur. And I would say you're pretty much a professional baker at this point.
Oh my
gosh, I thought it'd be cool if we did a little
My
challenge.
mom knows how to make cakes, cupcakes, and pizzas. Even pizzas and donuts. Donuts. Literally.
Where an amateur competes against a professional baker, and we both have to make the same cake, but we will use the skills that we each have and see who can come up with the best cake in a certain amount of
That
time.
was Rosanna.
Okay, it's
Sitting
timed.
here.
That's what makes this tricky
Yes.
because I can do a good job, but I'm a very slow baker. I bake at like a nana speed. So if it's faster than nana speed, it's a little
So
crazy.
you're saying we might have a chance?
You might have a chance because if we had a long time, I
What
would say
is
you'd
he
be in
having?
trouble.
Nails.
Yeah, because I get all the little
so
details, I
cute.
make it just right, but if it's quick, I'm
Alrighty. Well,
I've never seen
before we
it.
get into the video, I
Someone.
also want to remind you guys, Escape the Night Season 4, which is an all-star season, which is coming up very soon. So, Rosanna is in it yet again this season. She was in Season 3, and she's back for Season 4.
Because I'm an angel. I came back from the dead, and now I'm just a little angel.
So the premise of the season is the friends that I've killed in past 3 seasons are dead, and there's a chance that I can save some of you guys.
Joey, I'm so excited that you try to save me. I'm so excited.
I mean, I was just so sad when you got sacrificed by those witches.
Oh, it's terrible.
Gotta bring her back.
I wanted to convince them to let me join their coven in
Right.
Everlock. I thought, well, you know, there's only 3 witches. I could be the 4th.
Right.
But they were not having it.
Road stop was so sad.
It was really sad.
Oh.
All 3 of you guys, I had to watch you guys while I was getting stabbed to death by 3 witches. I was like, maybe I could join their coven. Maybe I could be a witch. But they were not having it. They were not friendly witches.
They were not.
No, they did not want to make friends.
But don't worry, we killed them in the end. And
Yeah.
now Ro has a second chance, so get ready for Season 4. It's crazy. They're just cheering. They're fighting.
Yeah.
Ro and I fight at one point.
Yeah, we
It's
do.
crazy.
Yeah.
But now back to this video. It's more colorful and bright.
I
Excited.
talk you.
Myself, I'm getting all the
Never talked in 5 minutes.
I
Joey,
know.
that's so
This
fast.
is the big challenge. Okay.
I could spend hours.
So guys, they're finally done shopping. They took a long time.
Fondant, which I have never used before, so I'm a little scared of that.
Oh my gosh, I could teach you, but then also this is like a little competition.
Right,
so
no,
I don't
you
know if I
can't teach
can
me.
teach you.
What did you find?
Joey, what is
Fondant.
this?
It's a little, whip.
Oh!
The loser gets whipped.
With this.
With pearls.
unicorn kid, right?
Dealing with a professional baker. Just to remind you guys, when we see each other cakes, professional has a line at Michael's. Remember that.
No, I kind of had a theme idea, so I don't want to let you know what that is yet. But I also found some fondant. I saw you in that fondant aisle.
Well.
And I found some cute candles and some glue.
Oh my God. Yes, you did me.
You're gonna make the best unicorn cakes ever.
Oh my God.
What do you think?
They
Do
are
I look like unicorn?
so cute.
Together all the time.
Now, if we had to bake a cake from scratch, I honestly would have no idea what to do. I feel like, oh my God, wait, since there's already sprinkles in here, I'm going to be a little, oh, she's eating the plastic. Do you have an assistant?
I did. I brought in a little assistant. This is
So this is the first difference between an amateur and a professional. She's brought an assistant to help. Okay, so something I just thought of is because there's sprinkles in here, I'm gonna be a little adventurous and I'm gonna spice it up with some more sprinkles that I got from the store. So I'm gonna put some rainbows in there.
okay.
I don't know if that's a good or bad idea, but we're gonna find out.
I'm gonna be making 3 layers of cake.
Overachiever over here.
My supervisor told me to do it. My assistant told me to do it. She gave me this idea.
Guys, this is the finished result. I personally think Samantha should have put rainbow like him, and I love it, and I love her too. But like, I don't know. Vote in the comments. What do you think is better? I can't tell. I love Romaine, I love the activity, but I kind of don't like the face. I love her face and everything, but I don't like her mane. So, comment down below. Mine, but I don't know. Vlogging. So,